Now we're able to add a couple more architectural details. So what I'd like us to do is to put the door on the front right here. So not on any of these walls, but on what we're calling the front of the house. So we need to make a door, and please remember as you're making doors and windows that you don't want to be too close to the corners. Think of what needs to support the roof of this house. There's going to be strong beams right here in the corners, and if you cut a hole in the house, then it's going to be very weak. It just doesn't look right either. So I'm going to draw a rectangle, our tool, and I'm going to start here at the bottom and bring it up and make a door. It can be a skinny door, it can be a wider door. Just remember to leave some space over to the right for the window that we're going to make. That looks pretty good for a door. Now what I need to do is offset this so that I can have some trim that goes a frame around the door. Now if I do that, if I take this and use the offset tool, I'm going to get either something that will trip over when we walk through the door, or it'll be sticking out. So I'm going to Control-Z undo and show you another way to offset. You can select these three sides, these three edges, and only use those for the offset. So F for offset and bring it in or go out a little bit, and you can have your frame around the door. Now there is another way. If you forget and you do the offset and you do like this, and then we pull this out. That's our plan for moving, getting some trim around the outside. I'm going to push pull. I'm going to bring this out a little bit. And this is the part that we would trip over. So let me show you something. If we take a face and we push it down so it matches the bottom, it disappears. So sometimes I help students fix this if they do it wrong, and you can push that down. See how it says on the face and it looks a little funny? When you click, it disappears. So now we've got that three-sided trim around the door, and we're going to pull a piece of it all the way around the house. Now we get to decide right now how big that piece is going to be. We're going to divide this face into two different pieces. So I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to make sure that it is right on that edge or right on this edge and go to the opposite one. Notice how I have a red line there. That's because I don't want it to be a strange shape. I just want it to be a nice rectangular shape. And now this has been divided, spacebar, into two different faces. And what we're going to do is we're going to make this go all the way around the house. Now this can be difficult to do with the Follow Me tool. That's what we're going to be using. And this is the first tool. It does not have a keyboard shortcut. This is the tool. Now you can click here to find the Follow Me. We don't use it all that often, but I did add it to mine. So what we want to do is have that Control-Z, and we want to pull it along this edge right here, and it will actually go around the corner. But if you stop at any point, it's not going to be able to continue very well. Now you don't actually have to carefully follow every little bit of the line. It's kind of confusing because you really just have to touch each of the corners that we are using. So this is going all the way around, 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 and it's got to make it all the way. Don't make it go up the wall. Just have it stop right against there. It's acting a little weird. I think I clicked. So let me actually show you an even better way to do this. If you can see the entire bottom of the house and that little piece, you can have it follow all the way around. So again, going to go to the Follow Me tool, click on that little piece, and now I can just touch each of the lines that I want it to follow and have it stop right there. That is a second way to get the Follow Me to go all the way around. Let me show you one more, a third way of doing this, one of the best ways, and that is to select each of the lines you want it to follow. So I'm shift clicking on all of these lines. It doesn't even really matter what order you do them in, and then you're very precise. It is only going to follow it around to those. So now with the Follow Me tool, that line disappears, but it's remembering it because it's asking me, what do you want to follow that line? you click on the one face that you want to follow and it instantly follows it all the way around. So that is one of the best ways, highly accurate, and if it doesn't work, pretty easy to undo. So there we go. That is our trim going all the way around the house. And we got our door. And yes, we'll have some time to add a doorknob and other architectural details, but this is part of what's required.